And so there are definitely times that we have to come in and sort of jokingly be the bad guy. I've been called the Grim Reaper. I've been called the Angel of Death by a patient, an older patient. I've been called Maleficent, which I will own all of those names because we are a lot of times doing the hard stuff or having the tough conversations and sort of putting it out there in a way that the parent, sometimes you have to be very blunt with certain parents, and some parents are like, nope, I already know, I don't want to talk about it anymore, but I appreciate that you went to go there. But sometimes we have to really put it out there, and I always try to give what I call like a warning shot, and I let them know whatever I'm about to say is going to be really hard, and if you can't handle it, I want you to stop me, and there's no problem with that, and we don't have to continue the conversation. And then I get the, okay, go. And they can usually handle it or react appropriately, and I ask them, do you want me to stop? Do you have questions? And they say no usually, and I keep going, and then we sort of sit in that moment, and I let them react in whatever way is appropriate. I offer a tantrum if it's appropriate, or I just sort of sit with them in that sadness or hearing that news. And a lot of times parents be like, that's what I thought, but I just needed somebody to say it. I have thought at times that parents aren't getting it, but it's never been that I think they won't get it. It's more of that I think they're not getting it out of denial, which is acting as protection. And so there's been several times where I think the parent isn't getting it, or sometimes the patient. We've had older patients that we're having these conversations with, and they're involved in the most conversation, and they're involved in we're out of treatment options conversation. And I never push it because it won't be received well, and I want to always be a safe person. I push people a lot in that I have the tough conversations, but I also try to know when to push it where they don't feel betrayed or like I'm forcing information down their throat. And so sometimes there are visits where I'm like, why are they not getting this? Like, why are we not on the same page? They were there 2 weeks ago. And I think that's another thing that's great about home care is you can sort of see them in the ups and downs. And some days we want to talk about end of life and what we expect it to look like and where we want it to be. And then some days we're talking about doing the next clinical trial that comes up or the next chemo round that comes up. And I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, let's talk about that.